Welcome to MetaCheck. It's time to talk about the current or the meta that is ending or actually ended yesterday.
Yeah.
And the meta that it just started
yesterday
or is starting now, like truly. So we just ended the BT16+EX6 meta.
Yeah, and probably the biggest thing that we should talk about was Magnamon X the absolute demolisher of metagame and pain in the ass and stuff like that?
And you can answer to that question with one word, with two letters. No.
Yeah. Magnamon X is a really good card.
It is.
And I still stand behind the fact that it's kind of design mistake to make unsuspending immune to effects Digimon. I still think that is a thing you should not do.
I allow the effects one by one, unsuspending and DB buffs and immunity, but you put them together.
Yeah, on a blocker.
Yeah, that can reactivate them.
Yeah, on both players' turns.
Yeah, and one big mistake with Magnamon X is that it just needs an armor form under there. It should be like if there is a Magnamon in its name under there, that it gets the effects.
The immunity.
Yeah.
But indeed, the card is a really good card, but it wasn't the destroyer of metagame because we have one only king, which is Platinum Numemon, or Numemon.
Yeah, Numemon X, probably.
Yeah, but Numemon as a whole, as a deck, is kind of the king of the hill. It tops all the time, multiple decks in all like top cuts in regionals and ultimate cups
wins,
and stuff like that.
I think it has won the biggest slice of the tournaments.
And even if Numemon doesn't win the tournament, it's always something like top 4 is 3 Numemons and the winning deck or something like that.
Yeah, and in top 16 you have 6 to 8 Numemon decks, and you will look at that okay, how many Crimson places should I take in my Fenrir Lugamon?
Yeah. So Numemon has been an absolute king of the format, kinda. And it has been that since the last format already, almost.
Yeah, BT15 it started for us, the Numemon Glory.
And then BT16 brought it Valkyrimon Ace. And
and Etemon.
Etemon came already in EX5.
But we didn't have Valkyrimon back then.
Yeah.
So the combo that I don't know who discovered it, but Huang Zero made it as famous as it is, and it's so frustrating to just play against Numemon, because if you don't raise up your stuff, they just chip you down and you lose the game. And if you bring out something, then they're okay, Etemon.
Yeah, and then you ran straight into Valkyrimon Ace basically.
Yeah.
And if you don't have an instant answer to the Valkyrimon Ace after you have probably lost most of your field or something to it, it's well, I don't know, I guess I lose.
Yeah, and that's...
But I still I have heard... I don't usually frequent Reddit or anything like that, and I don't take part in most of the bigger conversations or try to find big conversations how people think about decks or something like that, because I think it's bad for my mental health.
Yeah, I have the same exact thing and same exact reason.
Yeah, but I have heard through one of my friends who frequents Reddit and reads comments and stuff like that many people are frustrated about Numemon and playing against Numemon and stuff like that. But for myself, it's yeah, I understand. Numemon is a strong deck. It's kind of annoying to play against, especially in certain situations. But it's I still kind of prefer to play against Numemon. And at least Numemon is not immune to everything.
Yeah, you can
And you can try to... it's kind of it's a fair fight in that sense that their Digimons are not like completely indestructible or like, of course they float, so you need to have like multiple removals sometimes, but it's like they're not overly big and like
they're
you
easy
can
to remove.
you can remove them, you can run over them, and like you can take cards like Crimson Blaze or like cards that make your opponent can't play cards with effects or something like that. So there are things you can do against Numemon. Of course, Numemon goes really fast, but I would like to see like if we just put like maybe with the promo Ukomon or something.
The promo Ukomon should go to 1.
Would that be like enough to slow down Numemon that little bit that the other decks could like catch up to it? Because people have like thrown around things like, okay, we should go to Numemon X or Monzaemon X, which are both absolutely bonkers cards, but it's still,
especially Monzaemon X.
Yeah, but it's still like the Ukomon base like does so much heavy lifting with the like the tempo and the aggression. You don't have to
think what you need to play. You just play 8 Ukomons and like, okay, then I play like
couple of Chumons or something.
Yeah, and be fine with it. But like the biggest problem is the 8 Ukomons. You should probably hit the promo to 1 because it's the like it enables you to gain so much memory and advantage so early. Of course, the Searcher one is also really good, but like Numemon draws so much that with the BT16 Ukomon, if the game drags along, it runs to the situation that it might deck out. So I think in that sense it's good, and it costs you the 1 memory. So
and Numemon is not super memory efficient. Well, it's memory efficient, but it doesn't gain memory like out of nowhere. So it's like what your opponent leaves you at the end of their turn is usually the memory you go with if you don't have Satsuki or like the promo Ukomon or Lui. So it's like you need, and even then you're getting like maybe 1 memory more than what your opponent gives you.
But if you have like 1 or 2 promo Ukomons on field and then 1 coming out of racing and you gain 3 memory and then you have Lui and you are like, okay.
Yeah, but it's like if you don't have these memory engines, Numemon doesn't like randomly gain billion memory out of nowhere.
Yeah, it's not
so it's like
Mirage
you can actually choke Numemon in their memory.
And that can change things.
Yeah. So it's like if you if you would like limit the promo Ukomon to 1, that would actually cut surprisingly many ways to gain memory for Numemon.
Yeah, and I think that would be really good.
Yeah.
The other problem in Numemon is the multiple copies of Monzaemon X on field at the same time, because it lasts until the end of your opponent's turn. So if you have 2 Monzaemon X's and 1 Digimon on the field besides them, you can play Ukomon or Numemon from your hand and give minus 16,000 to your opponent's Magna X and be like, okay, dice, start of your next turn.
Yeah. So it's like, Numemon is a really good deck, and it's like, but I still I enjoy playing against Numemon more than I enjoy playing against, well, it depends on what deck I'm playing. Magna X is fine if you're playing certain decks, but then if you're playing some other decks, it's like complete uphill battle that you can't really win, or like it feels really bad. And then the one deck I really, really would like to just drop down from the metagame is the damn Mirage Gargamon. It has been here for like a year soon or something?
It came
in BT13.
BT13 that came out in last July, end of last July,
Yeah,
so it's over a year now.
Yeah, so it has been here for over, and through all of that time, I would say like Mirage has been at worst like tier 1.5 or something like that. And
I'd say in BT13 it was like tier 2.
No, well, maybe, but it's like it was still a deck that could just win out of nowhere.
But when we got the trainings, it got out of hand.
Yeah.
And Tsudomon Ace is such a good ace to the deck. It's an answer to Magna X, it's an answer to Numemon, it's an answer to anything, kinda.
Yeah. And it even combos with your inherits that give you memory when stuff bounces to hand. Because you can evolve to Zudomon Ace, bounce something and gain memory, so you basically discounted your evolution, which can lead to you getting to Mirage Gargamon without passing the turn.
Yeah, and if you have Mirage on board, like you can just spam your Zudomon Aces and Digivolve to another Mirage and just remove your opponent's security without checking them.
Yeah.
So it's really strong engine. And then like Mirage just absorbs any good blue cards nowadays. When it came out, it was like Gargamon stuff only.
Yeah.
And maybe a memory.
I'm almost like kinda like surprised that the deck even plays other Gaomons than the memory gain inherit one, because it's like the others don't really. One is a searcher and like
I like the searcher one, and because playing against Numemon, if they have like multiple Jumons, you can swing and remove them from the field, so it's like efficient floodgate removal sometimes, but you could just play more jamming inherits or memory blockers or something.
Yeah, and of course, talking about jamming, that is one of the things that makes Mirage Gargamon so absolutely dumb to play against.
Yeah, I hate the fact that they printed out a blue. First they printed out a blue rookie that has jamming, then they did it again and again and again.
Well, first they made DGX that had jamming. Then they realized, oh no, this is a problem. But then they made rookies that have jamming, billion of them, and then they made champions that have jamming, billion of them, and one of them is actually in the freaking archetype.
It's searchable. With the searcher.
And it works with your effects because it draws your opponent a card and it gains you memory. Why does it gain you a memory when it evolves?
Yeah, it's sometimes like you have a memory setter on field, you play the EX4 Gargamon, both draw a card, you digivolve to the BT16 Gargamon, both players draw a card, you gain 1 memory because they have 8 or more cards in hand, then you gain 1 from the inherits. And then you go to Zudomon Ace on top of that.
Yeah, and it has jamming inherit for some ungodly reason. I don't understand what they were thinking about when they printed a jamming inherit in archetype for Mirage. I was like, and they can always go like, but this is actually a Nightclaw or whatever, Night Fang or whatever it's called.
Yeah, it's like, what's that level 7? Grace Novamon. Yeah, it's a Grace Novamon support, but yeah, of course, it's also Mirage Gargamon support.
So that is like, they should. Well, I'm at the point where I'm ready to sell my soul and make a deal with the devil to get rid of this stupid deck.
I know that, but gladly in EX. What EX? No, BT17 we get the level 7 aces that really hinder Mirage Gargamon.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah. But at least in Japanese, BT17 Mirage Gargamon did not do that much.
Yeah, but in Japan Mirage Gargamon hasn't do anything in like a year.
It did much more in BT16 and EX6, but the level 7 aces.
But
and Omnimon is really a big problem for the.
I don't trust like Japanese results at all at this point.
That's true.
They have been so fraudulent all the time. It's like, well, Magna X is the best deck. No, it wasn't. No. Mirage hasn't been played. Well, it's the best deck, actually.
Yeah.
Or like one of the best decks. And then it's like, in Japanese it wins like one tournament here and
I'd say BT15 Mirage was the best deck. Besides Numemon, now it's like Imperial Dramon, Numemon and
Magna X.
Probably Yellow Vaccine Magna X.
Yeah. So it's like Magna X, Numemon, Imperial Dramon and Mirage are like the top dogs of the And Imperial is getting better, which I don't enjoy, but let's talk about that in BT17 meta discussion.
Part of the video.
Yeah. But we also got EX6, of course, in this meta game. It didn't shake the meta that much. It basically, to the top, in quotations, it brought the Demon Lords.
Yeah, Demon Lords are in full power in EX7 when we get Shoto.
Yeah. But like, they are already like good deck.
Yeah,
and they top the tournaments, but like the other decks that come out from EX6, the like
Mastamon
again,
Ragnalordmon,
Xiangpengmon / Aigistamon fish deck, however you want to call it. And is there something else?
Dominion.
Yeah, the Angel Vaccine.
Yeah.
Those are not like
one decks.
Well, Ragnalordmon won one bigger tournament, and like Xiangpengmon has topped the tournament, offline regionals and stuff like that. But they're not like truly top tier contenders.
Yeah,
so
they are fun decks to play and they can surprise your opponent. But like, if you really go to a big tournament and want to win, you probably don't pick up a Xiangpengmon, even if it topped one deck or one tournament, or Ragnalordmon, even if it won one tournament. But like,
yeah, I still don't understand how Ragnalordmon won a tournament. It just feels like that all the stars aligned perfectly or something for it to win a tournament, because like the deck can do silly things, but it needs to do them like in such a strange ways sometimes that
and it does not feel that consistent today.
Yeah,
but kudos to the pilot.
Indeed. Talking about the Demon Lords, because that is the best deck. It's one of those. I'm not sure if I have talked about it in this channel before. I think I have. But
on Q&A we answered about Demon Lords and Royal Knights.
Yeah. So for those who haven't watched it,
go watch it.
Q&A, go watch it. But I really dislike these I sit back and win later decks that are like, their only purpose is to like remove your opponent's stuff turn after turn after turn after turn, and then they win with like one turn, or like at least basically win with one turn, because even if Ogudamon doesn't win the game on the turn it attacks, it probably deleted all of your opponent's stuff at the same time. So it's like you basically won the game, because the opponent probably don't have anything that they can feasibly do to come back from that. Yeah. And like, I just dislike the passive nature, and I will eventually win the game nature of these decks, because it's like sometimes you can't really win the game against them, but then you're just waiting for them to find the one piece to win the game. Yeah. Especially in like Royal Knights that can, like, if they don't find Omnimon, they are not winning the game, and you're just sitting there on the other side of the table. Well, I play Digimon. Oh, my Digimon got removed. Yeah. I bring out the Digimon. My Digimon got removed, and then you're just waiting for that inevitable win for the opponent to win the game. Yeah. So that is not my like favorite kind of. And I kind of hope that they just ditch these stupid Megazoo decks that they don't seem to have any like interesting ideas for the Megazoos. It's just we either play these level 6 Digimons for free or cheaper, and then they remove stuff. Yeah. It seems to be always the same formula.
The most interesting Megazoo deck is the Dark Masters deck, because it plays differently. Yeah. Of course, it's just hard slam or play for cheap these big Digimons, but like it's still like it's interactable and it can win without the like win button.
Yeah, and it doesn't have that instant win button basically. Yeah. It needs to do things actually, and it needs to interact with your opponent, and your opponent can interact with the Dark Masters deck better than that you can especially the Demon Lords kind of like make the situation worse because in Royal Knights you could actually try to slow down the Royal Knight by removing their stuff.
Yeah, but if you remove your opponent's Demon Lord, they're like, okay, now I get to slot this one card still under there.
There's some of those Demon Lords, like, what are those? Creepymon,
Leviamon,
Belzemon.
Yeah, and there is one more, Rage Mode.
Rage Mode. Those who are like, okay, you try to remove me, so I get to get more cards under my
Of course, it slows them down a little, but then they can just play it again.
Yeah, but it's also like they can't. They don't lose that much because they at least gain the one card under there. So yeah. But EX6 was the BT16+EX6 was actually. It was
quite nice meta.
It was surprisingly enjoyable.
Yeah.
And BT16 gave so much like different kinds of things you could do because of the like new DNA Digivolution Digimons and stuff like that. So
I really enjoyed that we got new DNA decks or like refreshed DNA decks.
Yeah. And I even played some like bird DNA, so to say. So it's
true.
So it's a Sylphimon, and it used also the Dynabemon, and I even played Mastemon just for the shit and giggles in it.
Yeah, so, because you could play Mastemon because you can DNA Digivolve in the to Mastemon.
Indeed.
With Dynabe.
But the metagame has been surprisingly wide even. Like, of course there are those like...
There is the big four.
Yeah, there's the big four, but then there are like other decks like Phoenixmon has been doing fine here and there. Demon Lords came out. Then there's like, of course, Magnax, you can have the vaccine version or the armor version.
Yeah.
Or like the normal Veemon based version and so on. So, and EX6 brought us indeed more things to play with and more things to try. So it has been interesting and kind of fun to try out this play these formats more so than I thought initially.
Yeah, I was kind of scared that if I just play Magnax, nobody wants to play with me, but then Magnax was not the biggest contender in the meta, so I was like, okay, I can just play Magnax and lose.
Yeah, it was a strange how it went, to be honest.
Yeah, they didn't expect this to end up going like this.
Yeah, but Numemon is so strong, so that changes things.
Yeah, if you can't win Numemon, you can't win a tournament or even weeklies, because if you are weeklies,
Numemon players. So. Yeah. Should we move on to... Before we move on to BT17 meta discussion, we should talk about our favorite thing, which is the arts in the game.
I'm just searching these cards to us to look, because I'm too lazy to edit this. This is probably an hour-long video, so you need to search these cards by yourself.
Yeah, so it has been something we do in every meta check. We talk about the usually the
last meta.
Yeah, and then we talk about the new sets best art, normal, non-alt art, and best alt art. And in this case, we also talk about EX6 because we haven't talked about that yet.
Yeah, because we talked about BT16 and BT15 last time.
Yeah,
with EX5 maybe.
Or maybe we talked only about BT16. I think we have two only when we have EX set in the middle.
Might be. I can't remember.
But here we're talking about EX6, best non-alt arts, and the best alt art, and then BT17, same thing. So start with EX6. I had a kind of hard time to choose the best non-alt art from the set. And I decided to go a little bit I didn't want to choose any of the normal super rares. There's kind of cool super rares in this set, just the normal arts. But I decided to go with the aquatic bird Sikuemon, the level 4. It doesn't have anything that's like special. I do like the art.
It's nice art with nice colors.
Yeah, but the big thing I want to highlight in this is the poor Gomamon that is getting dragged from the water by the Sikuemon. And Gomamon is having a bad time in this set because in like the Leviamon alt art, normal Leviamon art, the Gomamon and its marching fishes are getting eaten and stuff like that. So.
And now the Sikuemon is dragging it from the river, and then there is really like scared looking Biomon looking like don't eat my friend.
Also, I kind of like the background, how it's like painting-ish background. So the Digimon itself feels like more fleshed out, but the background is like a painting.
Yeah, Kogi style is really nice and works.
Some people don't actually like Kogi style, but like I do enjoy most of their work.
There is few or maybe one like good exception for the rule, but yeah, Kogi is great artist. My favorite card in regular art in this set is the Lopmon. It's
a cute one.
It's a really cute, and I feel it. I hate rain, and yeah,
the Lopmon is just under one big
it just
leaf.
Just sits there and is like, please stop.
No more rain.
That was me yesterday before I needed to leave the weeklies because it rained really hard.
Yeah. But that is really cute.
This is so nice art. It's really cute. I really enjoy how the cards of the colors of the card like work with the art.
Yeah.
And yeah, really nice art. I didn't have like one really over all of the other art, but then I just took a look the set, and this was the best card for me.
Yeah,
this time.
I understand.
Yeah,
it's really good.
Then to the expensive cards.
Yeah, the best alt art. Well, I had to choose one of the alt arts that I bought. Multiples in this set, and I just went to my favorite, one of my favorite decks of all time, Mastemon and the Mastemon Ace alt art. I just decided this is the one.
I was kind of surprised that you didn't pick Mirai.
I have some problems with the Mirai alt art. It's a good one, but like Mastemon is such an epic Digimon, so
it's a great card, and I love the colors in the background, and again how it works with the colors of the card, and then the like Lady Devimon and Anjumon on the back. They're not really like easy to spot there. If you just take a really quick look, especially when there is texture, you really don't see them, but if you concentrate a little, you can see them, and it's really nice.
Yeah. And there are other really good alt arts in this set, and you're probably chosen one of them, so...
Yeah. My favorite alt art in this set is the Diaboromon, and
that's a good one.
For some ungodly reason, I do not own any of these.
Heresy.
I just never picked them up. I have playset of the regular art because I got them really cheap, under €4, and now they're, or I don't know how much they're now, but after I picked them up, they went to like €10, and I was like, okay. The regular art is €9 for the cheapest, and
basically more.
It's 20 for the alt art, and I don't play the deck that much so I probably won't pick these up.
But it's a good alt art.
It's a really great art.
It's a classic Morishita alt art.
Yeah,
we have
dark and gritty.
Yeah, and with Diaboromon especially, that works really well.
Yeah.
Because Diaboromon is like one of those, like, you want Diaboromon to be menacing and like this like strength thing, and especially dark and gritty thing.
Yeah. Spoiler alert, we still have more Morishita arts coming in the BT17.
Yeah. BT17, my absolute favorite normal non-alt art card is the Sakuyamon. It's just such a beautiful piece of art. This is one of those arts that I would want to have as a like poster or something on my wall. It's so good.
I just wait that we get like full art of this in some premium Bandai product. It would be really great. Textured and full art, it would be really great.
Yeah.
This is such beautiful art, and I really enjoy this also.
Unfortunately, the effect is like a year and a half too late or something.
Yeah, but maybe BT19 will get good Sakuyamon support.
Maybe. I hope so.
We can only hope. My favorite regular art in this set is the Bowmon, and this is second time we have Bowmon ever in the Digimon card game, and second time ever that it's my favorite.
Non-altered.
Yeah, this is such a great art.
This was basically my number 2.
Yeah.
This caught my eye like first, and I was like, okay, if nothing else comes out, this is the one. But then I got to the Sakuyamon and I was like, okay, I have to choose this, but this is the close second.
This is so great. I love how it just drags the little ball Digimon on the skateboard.
Yeah.
With it, and it's just on an alley, and it's such great colors, and once again the color of the card works with the Digimon, so that's great.
Yeah.
I really enjoy this.
Just a little good boy.
Yeah, I would love to have a.
Unfortunately, the higher end of this card is not a good boy. It's going to murder you.
And unfortunately, you probably are not playing this.
Yeah.
The old one is just better, but the art is great, and I want to get a foil of this. Maybe a playset even, because why not? Then back to Morishita.
Yeah, my favorite alt art in the set definitely is the Armageddon. Armageddon,
yeah.
Armageddon.
This is my second favorite alt art.
Yeah, this is such a. It feels like the end of the world.
Yeah,
it feels like Armageddon.
Yeah.
But like it's such a good Morishita piece. I just love it. I don't like the deck. I will not play the deck, and I don't care about the deck. But this art slaps.
Yeah, this is so great, and it's one of those like weird cards that is half white, and I don't get why it needs to be half white, but
it just is.
Yeah, it's weird. And then,
well, you can give more minus DP with Heaven's Judgment.
Yeah, you are playing many Heaven's Judgment in Diaboromon. If you play the Clock of the End version, you could play TKs to fish out your clocks from security and then play Heaven's Judgment. Don't do that, that's not a good idea. But yeah, this is such great.
Or you can do it and prove us wrong.
Yeah. This is such a great piece of art, and I really enjoy the scale of it all.
Yeah.
It looks so big and so menacing.
Yeah. Morishita is such a good artist with this. Like, I know people again who don't like Morishita's art, because I can understand the idea, because Morishita's art doesn't feel like it belongs in Digimon kinda. But I do enjoy this level 6, level 7 big badass Digimons with the dark and gritty style. It really works.
But if you don't enjoy Morishita, you are just wrong. That's the official statement of security check.
This is our official statement.
Yeah. My favorite alt art of the set is Kanavan Crimson Mode Ace.
Also Morishita.
Once again Morishita, yeah.
But this is not dark and gritty.
Yeah, this is light and gritty. This is so good. I just love it. It's so much better than any Gallantman Crimson Mode art that we've seen before, and I don't want this to cost like 40 euros once again.
Remember, it's a Gallantman art.
Yeah, that
alt art, it will cost 40 euros at least. Haven't like all like Gallantman alt arts and stuff been like ridiculously expensive?
The BT12 one was like okay amount of money to spend on Gallantman stuff, but like they were still like 20 a piece.
Wasn't the Tamer at least like 20 or 30 euros or something?
Yeah, the memory setter was like 20 to 25, and then the original, the EX2 Tamer was like over 30 when I picked them up. I don't know how much they are right now. Taketo, Taka. Takato. We can check them out because we have Card Market open here. These are English prices, yeah. European prices. The EX2 is 30 euros.
At cheapest.
Yeah. And then the memory setter is
16
euros cheapest.
Yeah.
We don't comment on the BT17 one's price yet because it's still pre-release period, so it will change probably.
Yeah. But it at this point, which is Tuesday before release, it's like 20-ish euros.
It probably will be a 15 euros. That's my like what's that? I don't know.
Opinion. Idea.
Yeah.
Then let's move on to the BT17 metagame discussion. The big part of this, like, what is new, what is going to be good, what are we expecting?
Yeah. The biggest thing in BT17 is probably the blue hybrid or ancient Garurumon hybrid with yellow and red and Ukkomon. We have a second like really great Ukkomon abuser in the game.
So ancient Garurumon. Ancient Garurumon was one of these, like, I don't even remember well what Ancient Garurumon does. It's like, so it returns an opponent's Digimon with lowest level to the hand on play when digivolving.
Yep.
And then once per turn on your turn, when an effect adds cards to your opponent's hand, your opponent adds the top card of the secondary stack to the hand. Oh, Mirage Gagamon.
Yep.
And on deletion, you may return one table card and one Digimon card with hybrid trait from the trash to the hand. Then you may play one table card from your hand without paying the cost.
This is actually a fine addition to Mirage Gagamon.
Randomly.
Sorry, Jarno, I'll keep my ancient Garurumon and play them in Mirage.
Yeah, it's the low-key Mirage.
Yeah.
And I guess one of the biggest things also with that deck is the original Koji Tamer that can make you unblockable.
Unblockable, so you can't be blocked by Magna X.
Yeah.
So, Magna X players, play the old Magna X. Please don't, it's not as good.
Yeah, it's not a bad card, but it's like kinda outdated at this point.
Yeah, it's fine as a one-off in BT17 meta in my opinion because it's a wall to Numemon and it's recovery when it gets removed and then it's wall for Ancient Garurumon also.
Yeah.
Mirage will just walk past it.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, the biggest meta contender from these new decks or refreshed decks is the Ancient Garurumon. In the start,
at least,
yeah,
according to Japanese results.
Yeah. At the start of Japanese meta, Ancient Greymon also did stuff, but then people realized that you can play red options and red base in Ancient Garurumon, so you can place Crimson Blaze and have answer to Ukkomon. So yeah, then Ancient Garurumon became the better deck. But I'm really hyped about Ancient Greymon also. It looks nice. And this feels like a part 2 of BT12. Because we have all of these protagonist decks that get new support. Gallantmon and Shine Greymon and
Imperial Dramon.
Yeah, Imperial Dramon and Omnimon and yeah, so many new, like not new but improved deck. We have finally some decent Pulsemon support. That is really nice. Pulsemon is not a meta deck in any way, in my opinion, but it's a nice deck to play, and the Kazuchimon is a fine boss monster to the deck, and you can play the Takeme Kazuchi version of Pulsemon also with the Pulsemon base if you want. It's not as consistent as the Lugamon base, but it's still a deck, and Takeme Kazuchi is a nasty card.
Yeah, and like Pulsemon also gets like the second Tamer and a really good delay card also.
Yeah, and then we get our third level 4 that can evolve on top of any color Pulsemon, so now we have like good level 4s for the deck also, and the level 5 also is really great. Then we have Gallantmon support. Gallantmon will not be a top tier deck in any means still, but Crimson Mode Ace is a really nice card.
We get these first level 7 Ace cards, and like we have actually recorded a couple of BT17 gameplay videos already, where one of them involves Crimson Mode, Gallantmon Crimson Mode, and it's super annoying to try and think like how do you navigate like past Crimson Mode Ace at certain points, because it's like it destroys so many things that are super big or stuff like 15,000 is a pretty big like breakpoint, and you can even destroy multiple Digimons if they have multiple small Digimons on the board.
Yeah, against Numemon you can delete like 5 things of them from the board. So but Gallantmon ain't that great still. We need the Megidramon Ace and the new promo card. What is that? Scrambles, thank you.
Scramble, yeah.
Then we get a new Shine Greymon support. I hate it. It's yellow, not red yellow, but
only yellow.
I guess I'm fine with it, but I still hate it. The Shine Greymon Burst Mode Ace is a solid card.
Yeah. How do you feel about level 7 Ace cards?
They are scary. Yeah. I kinda think they are good for the game's speed, but like it's not as easy to remove a level 6 as it's easy to remove a level 5 or even a level 4.
Yeah.
So it makes your opponent to play around them. Yeah. So I think they are good, but I don't know. It depends, and we don't have a black or purple level 7 Ace. So it's like if you're playing against black or purple, you're like, okay, they don't have a level 7 Ace.
They don't have anything to ace into.
Yeah, black is like, we have War Greymon.
Black is
Pseudomon,
so absolutely.
not Pseudomon, but
black is such a bad color for aces at this point in time.
Yeah. We are going to get the Shadow Seraphimon Ace, and that's a nasty card.
Yeah.
So when they get their good aces, they are good.
Indeed. And Cyberdramon Ace will also come later this year.
Oh, of course, we have already the Whitemon, but it has not seen that much play.
It doesn't really have a deck, because most of the black decks are like super synergistic decks that are like certain archetypes, or like they really care about traits like Machine Dramon or something.
Yeah.
So
I've seen the Brigade play it, but like
and then like Numemon, which has many black cards, isn't actually usually black in the level 5 slot, and they can go into Valkyrimon Ace, which is usually way better Ace than Whitemon Ace. So
yeah, and in the future they'll use the Shadow Seraph Ace, which is also really good.
Way better than Whitemon Ace.
Yeah. Then we get the Argomon deck for the like first time ever, really, but it's not good. Diaparamon gets new wave of support. Their new level 5 is really great. The level 3 is okay, I guess. Armageddon is like a fine one-off, but probably won't see that much play. And the Clock of the End is... It's funny concept.
It's the first like alternative win condition we have.
And I'm glad it's not like tier 0, like Apocalypse was, but like... I think
it feels more like a meme than a dream.
Yeah, exactly. Then we get Dexdorugoramon, and finally a new good Dexdorugoramon. The first one was rubbish, and I'm kind of hyped for it. I have the deck waiting to have the BT17 cards.
The Dexdorugoramon deck, or the Dex deck, however we want to call it, has one of those like a little bit, for myself, a little bit controversial like mechanics that really rears its head in this set, that trying to remove your opponent's stuff is actually bad for you.
Yeah, it benefits your opponent.
Which is really strange because like the whole deck's line is like they can stop their deletion by evolving from trash to the deck's versions like or something like that. And like then we also get the Imperial Dramon delay option that is like if your Digimon will be removed from the field, you can evolve it into Imperial Dramon in name and not get deleted or something.
Yeah, and
like
Omnimon has its own version of that.
Yeah, Omnimon has the same thing. So it's like, why are we making so many of these cards that like I don't want to try and interact with my opponent's stuff? Like,
yeah, and why it's like when it would leave the battlefield or something like that. I'm actually not sure. Let's look at a Return of Ancestor.
I know it's deleted other than by your effects.
Okay, well that's great at least. How about the Miraculous Ultimate Knight? When one of your level 6 Digimon with Greymon or Garurumon in its name would leave the battle area.
That's a leave the battle area.
Yeah.
And then you can just DNA Digivolve into Omnimon.
Yeah.
Randomly.
Interesting. And now my...
Yeah. So it's like... It's one of these like things that I kind of understand why they are making these, but...
I don't like that they are making these.
Yeah, and these feel like things that can get like, most of these effects are in the decks that are not super good. So it doesn't really matter. Or like, Imperial Dramon is a good deck, but it's not even sure if they're going to play that option because their like slots are limited in the deck and the option isn't even like super good, the Imperial Dramon one. And the Omnimon probably plays the option, I would hazard a guess maybe.
Yeah, it's a 4.
Yeah, but like then the Omnimon deck isn't again like the best.
Yeah, it's
deck.
a tier 2 or tier 3
So
deck.
these effects in tier 2, tier 3 decks are like okay, whatever. But the moment this effect becomes the cornerstone of a deck that is tier 1, it becomes absolutely toxic.
Yeah.
Because then, especially if it's leave the battle area.
Yeah, the Miraculous Ultimate Knight is worded badly. It could be broken when we get new Omnimon support. And trust me, we are going to get new Omnimon support. Omnimon is the like biggest and most well-known Digimon of all time, probably.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, I'm keeping eye on these effects. That do we get some of these later on, or are these just like this kind of one-off in this set?
Hopefully, yes.
Because I think we haven't seen these kind of effects after this set yet.
No, not to my knowledge.
Yeah. So it's like, well, you could say that like Lilithmon X that can, when it would leave the battle area, you can delete your opponent's Digimon is kind of the same thing or something. But like...
But you can play around it.
Yeah. But like, that's kind of the same, but it's also like, in Lilithmon's X case, it's like... Well, this is a little bit tangent to EX7, but like, in Lilithmon X case, it's like, it tries to be control deck.
Yeah.
These don't try to be control decks, these try to be like smash your face in decks mainly.
Yep. Then we have the Secret Rares. Greymon goes into the Omnimon deck, and we will see if the Greymon will be a problem sometimes sooner or later, because white level 4 Greymon that can evolve from 4 colors and can have the name of every source it has.
Yeah.
So that makes it really interesting.
Or all level 3 sources it has.
Yeah.
Because you can make strange stacks with this where you have a Greymon and then you have like a level 3, level 4, level 5 on top of it, so...
You can also like...
and you can get back to this Greymon later on in the same stack, so it's like super strange.
What's like biggest stack that you can make with this? Is it like Koromon, Agumon X, Greymon, then
Agumon X
Agumon, or Agumon,
Or Agumon, yeah.
Agumon X, Greymon, Agumon X, Greymon.
Yeah, because it has level 3 and lower cards in Digivolution.
Yeah, we can have so huge stack.
Yeah.
Then you can have Alteros modes and...
Yeah, then you can make another one of those stacks and do a DNA Digivolution to Chimeramon that puts one more card under it.
Yeah, but you can only have 4 Greymons.
Yeah, but you make like double Greymon stack and then you go to Chimeramon and then you put one more card under it.
Yeah, that's true.
And then you're like, this is humongous. Or you can even climb on top of the Greymons again to another level 4s and then go to Chimeramon.
Yeah, you could like have the... What's that? Greymon X and then Burning Greymon from BT12?
Something like that.
And that evolves on top of level 4 for 1 cost.
Yeah.
And have like 4 of those. Then you go to Metal Greymon, Metal Greymon X, Metal Greymon Alteros mode, and then BT5 Metal Greymon Alteros mode and can evolve on top of level 5 for 1.
And then you have this like humongous stupid thing.
Yeah, and then you DNA to Ragnarok.
It doesn't fit your table, you have to keep it on 2 different stacks, like, here's the Ragnarok.
You have your mat sideways.
The other secret rare is the Fenrilogamon Takemikasuchi, which is my new least favorite card of all time.
I hate this so much.
Well, it's not my... The card itself I don't have that much problems with. It's just the playstyle. It's like... If we are doing... I understand we are doing level 7 like DNA, but like when you do half of the stack just free, it's like... Okay, I guess.
Yeah, it's kind of annoying, but like... I was hoping that it would be like the Alphamon Oryuken mode, and it kinda is like Alphamon Oryuken mode. Alphamon Oryuken does not cost anything because you return the sources, and this does not cost anything. So, well, this is basically a new Oryuken.
Also, this is the one that just like sets your opponent's memory to 3, so it doesn't matter how much memory you give your opponent, they still go to at most 3.
Yeah, that's like the reason why you could play Takemikasuchi and Fenrilogamon in the Pulsemon deck. If you have... How much does Fenrilogamon cost? 11 memory. If you have 1 memory and Kasuchimon on field, you can just hard slam Fenrilogamon and then DNA.
Yeah. And the Takemikasuchi also has that if it has Tamer under it, it gains 1 memory, so your opponent's turn doesn't even start because the Fenrilogamon says that it only starts at 3.
Change the rule.
Yeah, it's the same as the old Fenrilogamon. So it's like, it's one of these decks that's just like, it tries to get that certain setup and then it kind of wins the game.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, I guess. And it's
really hard to get.
And it goes through trash, which is also always like, do we have to?
Yeah, but it's really hard to get, and like, it's so piece reliant. It's not like Demon Lords or Royal Knights.
I will come back to this on the first weeklies when I get turned to Takemikasuchis.
It's possible. And we will have a short about that probably. If we don't have it after 2 weeks that the set is out, please go and leave angry comments to our video.
Also, I don't really enjoy the level 7 DNA Digivolves in this set, the Omnimon and the Takemikasuchi, because they are both like these. I play almost the other half for free, and then I go to my DNA Digivolution. So it's like, okay, I understand you want to do level 7 DNA Digivolutions, but then you also basically say that you cannot build them even remotely fairly in your current game, that you have to cheat like most of the other side of the DNA Digivolution.
Someone sits on the corner and looks you very angrily.
But that's one of those like, you have made the game so fast and so efficient that you cannot make 2 level 6 stacks and go to level 7 DNA Digivolution most of the time.
Yeah, that's sad and true. Then we have the Renamon stuff that you are looking forward
Yeah,
probably the most.
new Sakuyamon stuff, but like I'm not expecting Sakuyamon to do actually anything. It's just like I will get the cards and then I will maybe try to do some Sakuyamon list, but that Sakuyamon has so little space for new cards and like new Sakuyamons and stuff like that.
Yeah. Then we have...
Although Pause plugin is actually a really good card, so...
Yeah, it is. We have the Hippogryphonmon deck. It's not a Hippogryphonmon deck. It's like Ornismon Mormogusmon deck. That is a total meme.
It's a meme. Again.
Yeah, then we have Mephistomon and Gulfmon that are Apocalypmon support. You're a little late.
There's the new Eosmon.
Yeah, Eosmon we talked. Did we talk about it? No.
The Eosmon could actually be like playable fine deck now, which is kind of positive because the original Eosmon deck was such a meme and not a deck.
It was a miss.
Yeah.
Then we have the like Minami deck with Labramon and Caesarmon. It's probably more like an engine than a deck.
Yeah, isn't it like playing from evolution sources kind of thing?
Yeah, jamming and evolution source play.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's not like a real deck. It's just tries to be an engine. We have new like Antulamon for the Alliance deck. We have trains. They will get more support in later sets. I don't know if they will ever do anything, but we have trains.
They are here.
Shout out all of those like people who know the I like trains meme.
This set is full of like protagonists or like not even protagonists, movie stuff.
Yeah,
right?
It's the team.
Yeah, it's movies and then last bit of Seeker support.
Yeah,
basically. So, and I have to say, I really hate those option cards with like the movie film border kind of thing.
They are so ugly. I don't enjoy them.
Yeah. But I have this like I think at least that people are kind of hyped about BT17. Many people are.
Yeah.
Because there are some like things that people really like in the set.
Yeah, and we think we are going to get the new best deck of the format. So people are hyped about that.
We will see.
Numemon.
Later on, Mirage is still the best deck.
Probably not. Numemon.
But this set is for me. This is such a like. Dud is a wrong. It's like
it's a miss.
It's a miss, yeah, because there's not much for me to enjoy. It's like there's the Sakuyamon stuff which I'm like, yeah, okay, and then there's a couple of cards or like super rares, mostly the level 7 aces that I need to get because they are kinda universal. But then all the other stuff is like decks that I don't really care about or I don't want to build. So it's like this is like one of the first sets I don't buy any since like BT12 or something.
Yeah, BT12 you didn't buy any, then BT6 you didn't buy any. So it's every 6 sets you don't. No, this is, sorry, BT18 would be the 6th
yeah,
set.
but around there, yeah. And so this is one of those sets that I don't buy at least one box of because I don't really feel this set that much. But good for those who are excited about this.
Yeah, I'm kind of excited that it's not like BT16. I bought like 6 boxes and then I bought 5 boxes and then I won 1.5 and then I had my pre-release, so I opened like 7 box worth of cards of BT16.
You have all the bulk.
Yeah, if you need bulk from BT16, I can throw you a box of bulk. But yeah, I like this set. I don't enjoy like pure red hybrids, but I enjoy Ancient Greymon. It's one of my like top. It's probably like if we take a look at the past decks, at the BT6 Ancient Greymon Agumon was one of my favorite deck at the moment. So it's what I enjoy. I enjoy Gallantmon, and the Crimson Ace is really like a versatile card. Then probably will build Ancient Garurumon. It's tier 1 deck and I enjoy playing good decks. Shoin Greymon I have fully blinked, so I will continue that. And then Diaboramon is a nice deck to play, and there is just so much decks to build and play for me. Omnimon deck I will play probably. Yeah, Fenrir is like pain in my wallet because you need 3 to 4 secret rares.
Altarted because you are you.
Yeah, I want Altarted Omnimon. I've decided that.
Omnimon?
Yeah, Omnimon deck.
Oh yeah.
The DNA Omnimon. Watch me Altarted regardless. Please don't be wise. Yeah. But yeah, there's such just so much stuff.
It's interesting to see if the metagame shifts. Like, will there be a big metagame shift, or will it just be Numemon is still king and everything else is just trying to catch up to it?
I think that because Ancient Garurumon has good answers to Numemon, it will do great.
We will see that.
Yeah.
In upcoming weeks and months.
It's because it bounces and it does not destroy.
Well, not actually months, because next month is already EX7.
But EX7 does not add anything to the meta. Kinda.
Yeah.
And it's nice, or maybe not nice, that you can play Ruin mode in both of these ancient decks. Because Ancient Greymon is red and purple and Ancient Garurumon is blue and yellow.
Yeah, I'm not sure if we want the Ruin mode in even more decks.
Yeah, we don't.
Ruin mode is one of those cards that just shuts games down completely.
Yeah, at least it like gets a reprint.
At least, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess that was basically all of our points on BT17. What are you expecting? Not you, but you, the listener. What are you expecting from BT17? What are you hyped about? What is your what will you build? Are you like Omnimon enjoyer or Fenrir fan, or
is Gallantmon
is Gallantmon finally good?
No.
Like Gallantmon has been.
It's playable.
Gallantmon has been playable for like years at this point. Yeah.
And as we already said, we've recorded some BT17 gameplay and it involves Gallantmon, and I kinda changed my mind about the new Gallantmon. It's kinda okay. It's not terrible.
Yeah.
Not great, but
we are going to have, we have BT17 gameplay, we're going to have a little bit of a tournament again. So.
Yeah, so if you listened to here, you will know it before anyone else, even before the channel members that you should become.
Yeah, and next week we will be going through the decks that will participate in the tournament, and then the tournament will start.
Yeah, so wish us luck. Wish us luck that we can do it in time, because it should end the day that EX7 comes out.
Yeah.
So it's a little push for us, and especially for me, but at least summer or summer vacation is over and I'm back in Turku.
Back to the grind.
Yeah, permanently. Here now in my room editing videos. And it's probably getting a little cooler outside, so we don't sweat to death here in my room.
Yeah. Thank you for listening. If you made it this far, remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Leave comments down below and check out the Blockhouse Games link down in the description.
And we will see you at the next video.
Bye.